So after our sea lion swim and our little visit to Murphy's Haystacks on the way out, we basically hightailed about 650 odd kilometres on tar to the Flinders Ranges, which is where I am now. We got here in the dark last night, which is why I didn't do any filming, but we stayed just down the road at Willow Springs, $15 a head, pretty good little spot, showers, toilets, all that, not bad for the price. And behind me there is a famous tree, the Casnox tree. If you don't know about it, look it up. It's made famous by a photographer, and obviously the hills of the Flinders Ranges behind me, which are just starting to fade a little now. I just caught sunrise, but yeah, really nice glow earlier this morning, and just enough wispy cloud to give the sky a bit of colour. Anyway, I'll show you those images now, but after we're on the way up to Brachina Gorge, I think it is. Gonna try and find or spot a yellow-footed rock wallaby. This will be my third attempt to try and find these guys in the wild, so fingers crossed. So here we are, morning now, leaving Willow Springs Station. I'm gonna head up to Brachina Gorge, try and spot those yellow-footed rock wallabies. It's a yellow-footed rock wallaby. We got him. So we got one up on the rock up there. Another one. Where is he? There. So we're currently watching two. Oh, where'd he go? Oh, he's gone. He's right up the top there. Currently got two yellow-footed rock wallabies. It's the trip for it. Another absolute bucket list item. Got to see a whole bunch of yellow-footed rock wallabies just climbing around just there. Probably half a dozen or so. Really cool. It's my third time. I came here 9 years ago trying to find these guys, couldn't find them. And we've been looking in outback New South Wales as well and still haven't found them there. So yeah, pretty thrilled to be able to find these guys in the wild for the first time. And they were pretty chilled. They hung out, got a few photos. Just got an emu, I think that's a daddy and a little chick. Up on top of Stokes Hill Lookout. So after bucket list ticking those wallabies this morning, we've done a bit of a loop. Went back to Rawnsley Park, and inquired about their full drive tour that they do. Unfortunately, they're not running at the moment because part of their track is closed. Our vehicle apparently got bogged there quite badly and they've closed it. So we've come back towards Willow Springs, and we're going to stay there again tonight, and probably do Skytrek in the morning. But the Stokes Hill Lookout here, which is where we've just pulled up now, that's basically Willow Springs Station down there behind me. Emus down there. And Wilpena Pound. Just coming in towards sunset now. We've done the drive back south. We're staying at Willow Springs again. Done the drive back down south to a spot called Pugilist Hill. Amazing lookout. We got basically cliffs. Obviously Wilpena Pound down that way, but then this big section of cliffs all behind me over here as well. really stunning outlook in pretty much every direction. So this is going to be us for sunset. Can't believe how green it is. They've obviously had a stack of rain out here recently. It's so green. But yeah, absolutely beautiful spot to watch the sun go down. How good. Oof. Well, the light didn't quite materialise as I hoped. I thought we might get a bit of side light on Wilpena Pound behind me there, but hasn't happened. Well, must not be far enough south or something, I'm not sure. But yeah, no light on it whatsoever basically. So I think we'll head back to camp now. If there's anything decent out of that shoot, I'll show you now, but otherwise back to camp and see you in the morning. And we are doing Skytrek in the morning. Cannot wait. Traffic out here in the Flinders at night time is outrageous. So this is our camp at Willow Springs. We're only probably 500 metres from the main homestead, but it's super peaceful, not a sound can be heard. They're a good little setup, probably easy fit half a dozen vehicles in here if you had to. But there's a dry little creek bed running by us just there, and every camp comes with its own portaloo over there. So yeah, nice and easy, especially for the ladies. And as I said, only being 500 metres from the main homestead, we're 500 metres from showers and all that sort of stuff. So $15 a head a night, pretty good value, I reckon. So we're gonna pack up camp here and head off and start doing Skytrek. Didn't get up for sunrise this morning because it's, as you can see, not a cloud in the sky, so there wasn't going to be much going on. But we're gonna head up Skytrek. Should be an interesting drive, see some interesting things, and hopefully get some really specky views from up top. So little Aboriginal engravings there in the rock. We have no idea what it means, but my best guess is there's a spring if they follow this riverbed. So I'm thinking the circle is a spring and the arrows are snake and saying follow the riverbed to the spring to get water. Who knows? But yeah, cool little bit of history just there. Another little indicator just here of just how ancient this landscape is. Those little ripples in the rock. What they indicate is that this was once an ancient seabed, so we're standing under the ocean right now. And they're pretty much in a desert. How times have changed. Pretty incredible just considering how ancient this landscape is. It really is. We really are just a speck in the scheme of things, aren't we? This is the old Moxon's hut. It was originally just a worker's hut occupied by station staff until the 60s apparently. Been rebuilt by the Nissan Patrol Club, was it? Yeah, Nissan Patrol Club have done some work rebuilding this, so well done guys. Done a good job. It looks yeah, beautifully restored, really good job. Couple of beds. bunch of emus just show up at the lookout here, and apparently that there is called Emu Gap. Little gap through the ranges. The most chilled out little bearded dragon I've ever come across. I'm now about 18 inches from him and he's just sitting there looking at me like nothing's wrong. How cool. Just pulled up in this creek bed. Apparently there's stromatolites upstream, so we're going to go for a bit of a wander, see what we can find up here. Stromatolites are basically fossilized something bacteria, one of the first bits of evidence of life, single-celled microorganisms basically. So we're looking for mound-like structures within the rock. So yeah, let's see how we go. No joy by the looks of it, but we did find some pretty interesting rocks with some really nice swirls and patterns through them. But no mound-like structures. Not even sure what we should be looking for, to be honest, but yeah, no good. So, oh well, carry on. Oh, grader from the 40s apparently. I think the station acquired it in the 60s or 70s. Or 60s I think, yeah. Put a new motor in it in the 70s. And that's been used to grade all their roads. Obviously it stopped working. But yeah, cool old bit of machinery. It's got a fairly pronounced limb. Hope he's alright.
Mr. Cocky demonstrating the Cocky Gate.
That's the Cocky's Gate. These are the ochre cliffs. So ochre was used by Aboriginals to basically create their paints. So you can see all the different colours. This spot here is perfect. So this stuff here, get a little bit of that. Add some water. More. Yeah. And we've got red paint. Simba. Pulled up at Nathan's Knob lookout for lunch. Nice little spot, little picnic table behind us there. Just had a pie straight out of the oven, which is nice. About 25 k's behind me down that way is the nearest neighbour. In the sun you can see the top of the roof just glisten a little bit. Obviously you're not going to see it on camera, but yeah, and the homestead is back that way behind us. I don't know, several kilometres. So long way between your neighbours out here. It's big open country. I think the next section is up and over the ridges, so let's get it done. So this is Prominent Hill Lookout. This is one of the high points on the Skytrek trek. This is obviously why it's called Skytrek, because views for days, just in every direction. They handed back the highest part in 2012, about 10 years ago. To help preserve the yellow-footed rock wallaby, but they've still got this section here which is phenomenal. It is absolutely stunning views in every direction. I think, yeah, that over there, if you can see, let me zoom in, that's Wilpena Pound. If you're worried about your vehicle making it, don't worry, the Flintstones did it fine. No worries. Up on top of this hill here, and with your tour you get a little, I guess, dial thing called a Vembata, which has a bunch of labels and numbers and points out basically everything around for full 360 degrees. So obviously behind us there is Wilpena Pound, Rawnsley Bluff, but it points out every other point of interest essentially for 360 degrees around, because that is the view you've got. Bloody incredible views. Don't need my head in it. Well, this is the final stop on our Skytrek adventure, I guess. This is the lookout over the homestead, so that's the homestead down there behind us. I think it's about 80 k's long. The first 60 k's, I would say, is a look into the history, both Aboriginal and European, of the area, of the sheep station, all that sort of thing. The last 20 k's is a four-wheel drive climb up and over the ridges, and that's where you get all the beautiful views back towards Wilpena Pound and across all the other station and the rest of the Flinders Ranges. Absolutely stunning views. Well worth doing. It's taken us, I think, best part of 6 hours to get it done. So it's a full day effort, but so good. So we're gonna finish this, head down, and then head off to Rawnsley Park tonight. Stay there. The next afternoon from Rawnsley Park, I noticed a little bit of wispy cloud in the sky, so I took off just before sunset back to the Casnot tree to see if I could capture an image, and came up with this. Pretty happy. Well, we're at some kind of ruins, I don't know what it is, but we left Willow Springs yesterday, went down to Bendleby, camped there the night. Nothing really eventful, so that's why I didn't do any filming, but then this morning we went on a scenic flight over the Flinders Ranges, which was really nice. Jumped off the plane there, and then we've basically headed south. We're on our way to Bendleby now, and just come across this ruin of, I guess, an old hut or some sort behind us. But yeah, this sort of area is just littered with these old ruins. I mean, the stone in the hut behind me, there's no stone in the ground here like that. So they must have dragged it for miles and miles to build this thing, and obviously all by hand or maybe horses at best, but yeah, real effort to build something like this, and here it lies in ruin, but at least we still get to have a look at it. Well, we made it to Bendleby Ranges, and this is one of the lookouts. We've just gone up an easy-ish track, Gum Creek track I think it's called. We're on our way to a sunset lookout spot. We're going to have dinner up there tonight. But yeah, thought we'd cruise up this lookout first and have a look around, and not a bad start. That's the homestead and the campground down there. And then this is basically the Bendleby Ranges up here. If we go back that way, over there is the Hungry Ranges. So that's where billy goats and all that is, and that's where we'll be going tomorrow. What a cool little spot, hey? We did a little loop track to get around here, up Gum Creek track, and then along a track, or up a track called Link Track. Pretty gnarly in spots. Unfortunately didn't do any filming just because it was pretty wild, so didn't have a lot of time to jump out of the car, but pulled up here at this spot that was recommended to us for sunset, and we're going to cook up some dinner and yeah, just chill out, have some food and watch the sun go down. Couldn't think of a better spot to do it. Absolutely glorious. Bearded dragon in the tree. It's a cool little fella. As we head out to the Hungry Ranges. So this is the lookout on King's Ridge track here at Bendleby. We've just come up Billy Goats. It was a good technical drive, nothing crazy, but yeah, good fun. Absolutely stunning views from up here. And I think now we're going to head back down the hill, and making our way back towards camp. Maybe do one last hard drive up Pat's track, I think it's called. And then yeah, probably back at camp, have a couple beers. As always, the camera never does the steepness of these tracks any justice whatsoever. But keep an eye out for the sneaky wheel just here. This is our camp at Bendleby Ranges. I think it's called base camp. We got the option when we came here of having a remote campsite, but having no fire, or having one of these main ones and having a fire. And it's so quiet here at the moment that a main camp is absolutely fine. We've only got one set of neighbours, but really cool little camp set up with a little shelter there. It's been an absolute godsend during the day to get out of the sun, because she's starting to get very, very warm. But yeah, really nice place. So we are probably going to go for a little drive this morning, and then just an easy one, nothing gnarly today, and then that will be it. We're heading home, hitting the tar. So yeah, stick around for the little drive. Well, it's that time. We're off the dirt. We've just left Bendleby Ranges and we're hitting the tar now. So time for the long haul home. We're going to go do some wine tasting through the Barossa and that, but you don't need to see that. So that's all. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. It's been a pretty good adventure. Plenty of flies, obviously. But yeah, really good adventure. I've destroyed a couple of tyres, but I'll get that sorted when I get back to Sydney. Yeah, thanks for watching. Cheers. See ya.